Aries, somebody's watching you toward the end of September, so don't stop what you're doing. I'm getting a really good vibe here for Aries, so let's take a look at the sun, moon, rising, wherever Aries is heavy in your chart, because the end of September is huge. It's very profound, and as we move into the end of the year, a lot of things are going to be flying around. Over here, over here, over here, over here. You're going to be like juggling everything, but not necessarily you, because if you continue to keep your head focused, you got two cards, by the way. You put your head down, you put your head up, you look at what you're doing, whatever it is, whatever your sole purpose is. It's important to stay focused on this. You're going to have people looking at you, offering you opportunities because they like what they see. And your overall energy is you. You coming in as the Fool. Now, the Fool card isn't about being foolish and flying off a cliff or doing something stupid. The proper way to use this is a person who has done their research. You figured it out. It's like when you manifest, you're seeing everything, okay? You want your desired outcome. Then you research to find out all the different ways you can get your desired outcome. And then you turn around and you focus on getting everything done. And that's it. You don't have to keep staring at the ultimate goal. This is you doing all that research, but you've already done it because you're getting ready to skip into this new level around you. Now we're going to take a look at you, your foundation, and of course relationships, whatever comes in, because the end of the month is really about you're in the spotlight. You are literally going to be in the spotlight. So there's something very sincere, a sincere opportunity that is going to allow Aries to really jump. All right, it matches the Fool card. That's the message I just got. Jump. And that jump is a leap of faith. I know I'm ready. I know who I am as I present myself into this new change that you've been creating around you. Very powerful energy. Now I'm seeing for some of you, it does have to do with your work, your career, education, something that you may have been learning and it took a long time. This card, by the way, flew out in the very beginning. Okay, in the very beginning, and I put it back in the deck and started over again. It may be a government agency, it may be somebody who is in a position of power around you, somebody that owns their own corporation and has really got a solid foundation. For some of you, this may be a romantic situation, but what I am seeing in this vision is somebody who's going to present you an offer. All right, whatever that offer is going to be unique to you and whatever it is that you do for your sole purpose. Now remember, I am a psychic remote viewer. I see it, hear it, feel it. I read your energy for the entire general audience. So you may have parts of this that match and parts that don't. Some of you sometimes have all of it, which is really cool. And then occasionally, if you don't find anything in this reading, check out your sun, moon, and rising sign. All right, you guys, there's a beautiful energy to this emperor, and I'm going to pull a card to clarify who this emperor is, because if you're building a community, if your project, if your purpose is to build a community for like-minded individuals, all right, we're just going to call it that, whatever it is that you've been focused on trying to do, you're going to do really well. And this would be like getting the documents in order to make that happen wherever you live, whatever country you live in. Now they're saying that this particular person is showing up as the King of Cups. This is the banker. This is the person who has that business that I'm talking about, the person who is watching you. The King of Cups is somebody who's usually very kind. They are extremely intelligent, and they use all aspects of the elements that we are all surrounded by: air, earth, fire, and water. But they may come in and out of your life from time to time. All right, they may have come in and said, hi, how you doing? Walked into a restaurant, you meet them in the restaurant. Next time you say a little bit more, but you see each other periodically. And I don't mean dating or anything like that. I mean visual. I see them across the room. Aries, whoever this individual is, they could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and they may very well be an Aries. a Leo or a Sagittarius, but they are very witty, they're very sharp, they're very precise with the way that they speak. And this is the one watching you. They have fire in them and they've got heart. So this could have a lot to do with artistry for some of you. If you are creating, if your sole purpose is to create art, then it's going to be time to get it out there to the world. This person is going to help you do that. They're going to show you the way. Now, I feel for some of you, it is going to be a journey, all right? So you may have to do your research on whatever they're going to offer you, right? And that's good. You want to do that as the Fool card. Now, for another group of you, I see something a little bit more personal, and this is going to vary from person to person, but it is like a family gathering. Although I'm looking at foundation, it is here. And remember, family is part of the foundation that we create. That's our security net. So what I'm seeing is a group of people sitting around a table and they're laughing and they're enjoying life. So you may be going to a family reunion, a wedding, or something like that that is going to possibly connect you to this person right here, right? When I said you see them from time to time, you see how that fits in that. So this is quite interesting what I'm seeing around you. Absolute focus, straight on whatever you're meant to do, because time is ticking. The time is ticking. Now, it doesn't mean that you have no opportunity after September. What it means is you're closing out a cycle and starting your new beginning. This new beginning is going to last you for the next 10, 16, and maybe even the rest of your lifetime, and even into, if you are coming back here in a reincarnation, that's how you're coming back. However you want to look at it, 3D to 5D, there's so many different versions out there. Bottom line is whoever you are becoming is how people are going to view you in the future, especially if you're an artist. I really see this heavy for Aries, an art. I'm seeing painting, but it doesn't have to be painting. An artist, you could create, design houses. You could be doing the community project that I mentioned earlier, like a project where everybody lives together, you know, like-minded people. Art is an expression of self, and when we really have open heart, we are tuned in to what we're meant to do. It touches the hearts and the minds of other people. All right, I hope that makes sense for you. Now, for another group of you, health is definitely in play. Health, health, health. That's what I keep hearing. Health, health, health. You might be working too hard like I've been doing. I'm working way too hard. 3 days I had to get involved with like tax stuff. So it was like trying to fit readings in while I was focused on that. That's not an easy thing to do. So I took a day off and slept. That is working too hard, and that is what we're trying to avoid. Now, when it comes to this particular situation, we've got the Empress, and the Empress is beautiful. This may be a couple that you're going to meet, all right, for some of you, but I feel it's a beautiful completion to your cycle. The circle, if you didn't know it, most of you probably already do, the circle represents completing a cycle in your life, making sure that you're in balance in your entire body. And the Empress represents something so beautiful, a deep connection with Mother Earth, with Mother Nature, a deep connection in a nurturing way, self-love, and knowing when to say no to other people because you got way too much on your plate, all right? So this is about you really, really knowing who you are. And I love that for Aries, because I've been seeing you work hard for the last couple of years, and now it's finally going to work. Remember, work, when I say work, that doesn't mean a job. It's whatever you put all your time and energy into. Okay. Now, the challenges in this reading is you need to take a step back and really observe what's going on around you. If you're creating a community, an art project, if you get an offer, you've got to do the research. Look at it from all angles. And that's what this card is representing. This may be a challenge because I feel it's going to come this quick. It's just going to pop in and pop out. When I was younger, I got all kinds of offers. I had people wanting me to open up businesses and run the businesses, and I have business in my background, okay, and do all these different types of things, but the offers come in and come out really, really quick. You may find that glitches are happening all around you because some of you are switching into a different timeline. So your recordings could glitch, your audio could glitch, you could hear glitches right here on this video itself. But just know that you are moving. Some of you are the bridge. You are the bridge going from one direction into another. The glitches is trying to hop out of where you've been and move into this new place, the new you, the new lifestyle. So it's just don't worry about it. It doesn't mean that it should make you stop. Keep going. Just keep going. It's been a really hard journey, all right? This Knight of Pentacles, a long time for you to get to here. And I just said a few minutes ago that I've been seeing this for a couple years with our Aries, where you've had your booty kicked and picked it back up and worked hard again and probably didn't take time off. And now you're coming to this big, beautiful time of celebration. Now, how are these possibly a drawback? Because they are going to detour you from completing your cycle. This is going to be like, oh my gosh, I only have a couple more days left to do, hypothetically, I'm not saying it. I have a couple more days of work to do, a couple more weeks, and then it'll be all done. I'm going to take a little time off. And they're saying, no, do not get distracted. It's taken you too far. Complete the cycle. This one, it's easy to avoid looking. It's really easy to say, yeah, give me that offer. I want to put my art in the New York museum, okay, or maybe you're going to put it in the Met in Paris, whatever it is. This is just a beautiful opportunity. So how is that going to be a hindrance? You may jump too quick and not look at all directions, and do not celebrate until it's absolutely time, until contracts are signed. And I feel for a lot of you, the contracts will be signed between the end of September rolling into the first couple of weeks of October. Details to follow later. Now, beautiful, beautiful energy. So we're really looking at this health consciousness, this self-love, which isn't about, taking bubble baths, as so many people believe. It is about making sure your body is in tune to continue to go forward. You're eating right, sleeping right, as much as you can. When you sleep, make sure you sleep really well. Take naps if you can, whatever it takes to keep your body in balance so that you can finish whatever this is that you started, because for this group, it's going to be a big deal. It is. And when it comes to relationships, you guys, I do see this harmony. It's not the family gathering that I've already spoken about. This is just like a new encounter that is going to make you smile. Again, another detour opportunity, but that doesn't mean you have to say no and walk away and feel like, oh, that could have been the love of my life. No, don't do that. Make arrangements. I can't, and I am unavailable until X, Y, and Z, and then set something up for that time so they don't walk away thinking you are not interested. Because this person is going to be very, you're going to meet somebody very smart. Maybe so smart that it could be even intimidating to you. Somebody that can relate to everything that you've gone through. Somebody who has been through the whole journey themselves. So you're going to have a lot to talk about. And it doesn't mean that we bring back the past saying, oh my gosh, I felt really bad about all of this stuff that happened. It means that you're able to speak about the encounters that have come in and not get angry and not start breaking down and crying because you've healed it. These years, these 2 years or more for some of you have been all about that. Remember, you are the Fool. You are right here. This is beautiful energy that is, it's going to take you far. So whether this is a financial investment move, whether this is an opportunity to make money, it's going to be beautiful. This person is going to be part of that situation. This individual is going to know how to turn into the Ace of Swords. Remember, I said they're highly intelligent. Right after the Ten of Swords comes the Ace of Swords. That's a new beginning with massive communication intelligence, and they may even be in the digital world for those of you where your art has to do with digital art. Yes, that can be part of your soul purpose, of course. Now, this person may have just come out of a relationship. So by you saying, wait a minute, I need to make sure my life is completed, I got to complete my circle, they may very well be in agreement, because they are actually healing, finishing up, divorcing, letting go of a relationship. Now, here's you standing there going, I see my world and my world is changing. I see my life is changing for something that I never thought it would happen. But yet you knew it would happen because you had the willpower, the desire, the determination, and the courage to do it. You're really embracing that beautiful Aries energy of who you are. You've made a choice and said, I'm turning my back on this aspect of my life, and this person is going to as well. All right, they are not going to look back on their life. Both of you are going to look forward into the future. Very, very positive. The world is out there for us. Where are we going to go? How are we going to do this? Well, let's have coffee in about a week and you'll get it on track. Don't worry. Everything is going to come into track on time, exactly the way it's meant to come for you. So Aries, the end of the month, don't stop. Keep going. You are so close, almost there. Thank you for watching. Much love.